And interesting, Pizzetta is taking the opening face-off. And it's dropped, and the gloves come off, and it will be Domi who's going to step in here against Radko Gudas. Domi with an uppercut and a right hand that lands, and another uppercut. Two more, couple over the top of the head. I don't know if Gudas threw a punch, and that may have been part and parcel of the entire discussion, but it is broken up now, and Domi will go to the penalty box, and so will Radko Gudas, the captain of the Anaheim Ducks. It was a dirty, dirty knee-on-knee hit that he is known for, but give this guy credit. He has been injured, but wanted to play in this game, if for no other reason, to face the justice system, if you will, of the National Hockey League.
I don't know if you had Max Domi as the number one guy. As you said, Michael Pizzetta was taking the draw, but it was Domi that came in, and it was almost as if Gudas was simply passive in this fight. He was just holding on. I don't think he threw a single punch.
I don't think he did either. But the Leafs, Nyes taken to the boards. He gets into a shoving match there with Killorn. The puck to the far wing. Trying to come in was Jackson Lacombe. Lacombe to the far boards, tied up by Gruel. And then a penalty coming here to Toronto. Alex Killorn is taken down by Jake McCabe, who has a word, and then Nyes is in a pushing session here with Seneca. So maybe it isn't over with. Trouba in there for the Ducks.
Jake McCabe is upset, accusing Killorn of diving to draw the penalty, but he's done that. Nothing more comes of the shoving match with Matthew Nyes.
The Ducks get it right back in again with Troy Terry closing in an odd man rush, and they score. Leo Carlson set up on a 3-on-1 down low, and Anaheim gets the opening goal of the hockey game. And Willie's going to get it out at center with a backhand pass to the right wing side. Riley in across the line. Riley with a pass in for Nylander, who collides with the official and is going to get hauled into the corner then by one of the Ducks. That was Michukov, who grabbed Nylander and really gave him a pretty good neck grab and hauled him down, and that's caused some more bad blood. The referees tonight, I guess we better tell you who's counting at the knockdowns. Wes McCauley and TJ Luxmore are the referees. Bevan Mills and Ryan Gibbons are the linesmen.
You wonder if maybe the assignments were changed?
You think?
To have them...
Veteran guys, yep.
Veteran guys.
It was an accidental bump by Willie, and then he gets hauled off there. A turnover by Gruel, and a shot wide of the net by the Ducks. Another shot, scores through the wickets of Stolarz off the stick of Cutter Gauthier. And the Ducks are going to get it clear and get it out at center ice. They'll roll it down into the Toronto end as Lacombe takes down Brandon Carlo with a hit. Pizzetta knocked away and then played up on the wing, but not out of the Toronto end. Down into the corner for Carlo. He takes his man in along the boards. That draws a crowd. Another puck around back of the net. Pizzetta getting hit there by Vial. Those two, of course, started Pizzetta's first game for Toronto 1 second into the game starting, and now here's Pizzetta trying to get back at Jeffrey Vial. So the Leafs go to their first power play, and it's brought to you by Subaru.
He got hit by Pizzetta right in front of the Leaf bench.
Still with it. Played into the slot area. Played by Tavares back to the point. Then a one-timer by Willie Estelle. The rebound is scored. Tavares jamming it home on a rebound of a Nylander point shot that cuts into the lead. It's 2-1. Will get to the red line and just roll it into the offensive zone. Zellweger back to retrieve the puck to Gudas. He gets it ahead for Kreider. Kreider in over the line. The crowd reacting to something going on that we're not seeing on our screen, and it is Gudas and Pizzetta.
And is Pizzetta drawing a penalty here?
And now Vial trying to get at Pizzetta.
Those two went at it last time they played.
Well, we got a tight shot of Pezzetta. Now we see the scrum in the corner a little bit. And Gudas is in the middle of it.
Gudas is not very animated. Hey, Michael Pezzetta could go as Bobby McMahon for Halloween, couldn't he?
Yes, he could. Yes, he could. And the linesman is getting after Pezzetta now and forcing him into the penalty box.
But that might be as physical an altercation we've seen with an official this year, right? With Pezzetta being grabbed by the jersey and taken over. Looks like Gudas might be following Pezzetta to the box here.
A good hit by Pezzetta, but then he follows it up with a cross check and a push into the corner, and that's when the penalty was called. Now Pezzetta is questioning, is he getting a misconduct penalty? He seems to be.
He might be gone. Michael Pezzetta is now being.
Okay, this is. If he's gone for the game and he breaks his stick as he leaves, all right. This is Department of Player Safety talking to the officials here that something has to. Wow. Okay. Play it back for Troy Stetcher, who banks it off the boards through center and down into Anaheim territory. Fired around the boards. We've got another fight starting. This time it's Domi and Michikov. And Max Domi throwing punches, and Michikov wrestled to the ice. Michikov trying to get a couple of late ones in. Max has had, now they continue it. Max has had a busy night.
Michikov was in on one of the scrums back in the first period, and I think Max Domi took a number. I don't know if Max Domi has ever had 2 fights in a single NHL game. 3 will get you tossed.
Well, things have heated up even more, and now the goaltenders are getting involved a little bit.
I'm not going to say goaltenders.
One goalie.
Anthony Stolarz, as both goalies were heading to their respective benches for the commercial break.
Game by game, throughout the course of this bad stretch, if you will, he has been one of the bright lights. There's no question. Into the corner now, the lead centering pass, shot stopped by Husso, and he's able to cover up on it. Jake McCabe now has someone in a headlock, and he's got a hold of Gudas. Gudas and McCabe shoving, and now a whole pile of people have got in on it, and Troy Stetcher's got his man to the ice.
And Jake McCabe's getting the only penalty here. McCabe was the Leaf that jumped in from the right point that had the scoring chance that Billy Husso was able to glove and hold on to. This is Gudas isn't doing anything.
Yeah, and he went, and McCabe came right out from behind the net and jumped him, and that's brought about a scrum, but really not much more. I don't think there were too many punches thrown, even by McCabe. Well, things still on the boiling point. 5 and almost a loose puck, but it is gobbled up here and played ahead on the left wing for Lacombe. He drops it back, and a shot scores! Carlson off the wing, and John Carlson makes it a 3-1 Anaheim lead. Top of the circle, down into the corner to Nylander, looking in front of the net. Trying to get freed up there was Cowan in front. Nice with a wrist shot and scores! Beats the blocker of Billy Husso, and the Maple Leafs are within a goal here in Anaheim.
6th power play goal of the season for Matthew Nyes.
Centering pass intercepted, and they push it ahead. Nylander's got a breakaway. Willie in a goal and scores! Willie Nylander ties the game! Holy Mackinac, the Leafs have come back! And now here's Cowan getting it ahead, 3-on-2 rush. Here's Nylander in on the right wing, dropping into the slot. A shot, scores! Perfectly fed. Morgan Riley dropping in, and the Maple Leafs have taken the lead 4-3. Brought through center ice again by Anaheim. Leo Carlson drops it back. Long shot blocked Big rebound in front. Scores! The Ducks tie the game with under 2 minutes to play. 1:39 to be exact. And it's 4-4. It was knocked off his stick in Anaheim. With 3 minutes left in overtime, have it again. Up on the left wing, it goes to Killorn. Closing. Pass on the wing. Oh, toe save made by Stolarz. And he's down and hurt. Helmet knocked off again. But what a toe save that was. He had to use all 6 foot 6 inches of his frame to get over there and get the toe on it.
Looks like he's going to be able to continue. He was moving to his left, and it was a great play to try to reverse it and take it across the top of the crease.
Paling taken to the boards by Riley. Nylander couldn't get it. The official gets knocked down. 12 seconds left. Tavares hits the line. Drops it now for Cowan. Cowan to the left wing side, and a shot scores! Morgan Riley gets exchanged for Jake McCabe, and he wins the game with 5 seconds left in overtime. Holy Mackinac, 2-goal performance from Morgan Riley.